Oh, we got White Robbie because, well, we're going to be incredibly sarcastic today. We're going to be honoring the death of 5 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And these are honestly 5 things I fucking think just need to get the hell out of the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG ASAP, but that's not your real concern. But we're going to be having an extremely biased opinion video, as per always, and these are 5 cards that can get the fuck out of the game. Let's dig into this, shall we? Now, I have strong opinions about what needs to be banned in this game, and let's just dig right into fucking Firewall. This is the absolute most trash card that has ever existed. It is an ace card. It's probably not going to get banned anytime soon, but you fucking know what? We need a clean slate. That's why we got out this shirt. So Firewall Dragon has been the most degenerate, cancerous pile of dog shit I've ever seen in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's not even the bounce effect that makes it broken. You would have thought that bouncing back up to 3 cards would be broken. No. It's the fact that every time a monster it points to leaves, you get to special summon another monster. I don't know what Konami was thinking when they designed Firewall Dragon. Whether or not they thought it would be, well, who would ever continuously summon extra monsters? Or in terms of their generalized design, when they were looking at it, they were probably thinking, well, you know, this card helps accelerate the Link mechanic. Which, good job. You did just that. You created a card that accelerated the mechanic. But you didn't think about the long-term potential consequences when you made things like the Goki cards that all, well, when produced, all float inherently. Oh, but once per turn, 7 different types climbing the Link ladder. My 5-card hand has 6 extra cards in it because, you know, they're all ghost options. Fuck it. It only took the Nightmare Engine to bust Firewall, but that's neither here nor there. Firewall has been the most requested card to get out of the TCG. If you've played any sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the last couple of months, you understand how just unfair and cancerous this card is. Konami, if you take anything away from this discussion, take care of fucking your child, please. Like, he's become a nuisance to the community. Just get rid of Firewall. Just do us all a fucking favor, ASAP. So, besides Firewall, what other cancerous cards are looming in the format? And the next one up is Summon Sorceress. So, Summon Sorceress should now just be entering into her first reign in the TCG. And we don't have Needle Fiber, which the disastrous combo in the OCG is literally normal summon Glow Up Bulb, make Link Karibo, mill Glow Up Bulb, go into Needle Fiber special summon, you know, make Summon Sorceress, and then, you know, you have the token off of O-Lion, proceed to special summon, climb Link ladder. The thing is, we're missing that transitional piece, but that does not make Summon Sorceress any less broken. You have a card that has the entire means to clone, basically special summon 1 monster. This card, this is one of those scenarios that I think is going to, this card's going to be more broken later than now. The card is a little bit more balanced, but that doesn't mean that things like Goki, special summoning another Goki to continue on with their line of play, is fair. I get the way that the card was designed was meant to interact and further your combos, which it does a fantastic job at doing that. But the doors to degeneracy are just there. It's another card that I think a lot of players are going to just have really bad thoughts about later on in the card's lifespan. And I think taking care of a card that contributes to degenerate combos some days should not exist. A card does accelerate ABCs. I do love ABCs, but I think the card is just a degenerate pile of shit, and it's just, once again, it's waiting to be broken. You know, when every deck in Japan is just snap their fingers, climb the ladder into this card. You know, it just takes that one missing card, and we're right in the same position that Japan is. Be thankful that we don't have Needle Fiber. Needle Fiber would be on this list if I could put it there, but next up on this list. So this one was a rather interesting choice. I banned Goki Rematch. So here's my logic before you look at me with crazy, weird eyes here. So, if Gokis are stopped by a hand trap. So, Goki players will start their initial combo. They'll start a Soul Day, mill off. Depending on the scenario in which Ash Blossom is involved, or even a Ghost Ogre, you can damage their combo. The thing that they use Goki Rematch for in a lot of these scenarios is, well, it's searchable. It does have once per turn written on the card, so it is a little bit more restrictive. A lot of people have had strong opinions about limiting the card to one. But here's the thing that that card gives to Gokis. It allows Gokis to make a run back. And I think that's my general complaint I have with Goki as a deck, is it takes potentially 2 hand traps to stop your opponent from advancing their game state. I think it's unfair that they have a Monster Reborn that's searchable, and that's honestly the real problem that we kind of enter into at this stage in the game. You know, you don't have things like Max C. You have to dead draw those hand traps. And what's the point of me playing something like Ash Blossom when you can literally just search a revival card from your deck along your chain? You're like, oh, well, sucks that you had that hand trap. You know, you punish me for having something built into your combo. If you remove that card from the equation, then you allow for hand traps to do what they're meant to do. Stun the advancement of your opponent's combo and the advancement of their strategy to allow your deck the chance to play. That's why these things exist. So I think hitting Rematch is honestly a good call in that particular scenario. And going along with revival cards, I put the nail in the coffin with Soul Charge here. I know, I hear all the complaints already. Here's the thing. Soul Charge, in every scenario that the card is drawn, it's so overpowered, it's ridiculous. Things like World Chalice having the means to, you know, snap their fingers, zombie combo decks, the card has always been degenerate. And I mean, obviously the card is an early stage going card, but every scenario that I see this card come up, you know, through the double Saruja plays to draw it, obviously, you know, the card is a powerhouse. But once again, the same logic here applies. It's a one of, okay? You can't search it, so you have to hard draw it. But is it really fair for decks to have the means to go, oh, hey, out comes 5 monsters? Sacrificing your battle phase is great, sure, that's fun. But you have a card that just recreates combo scenarios. And I ain't about that life. Like, watching your opponent reconstruct 5 Link monsters from their graveyard off of a top deck Soul Charge after you barely cleared their board in a Cyber Dragon matchup. I saw that shit the other day, by the way. Cyber Dragon player manages to clear the board. Opponent plays Soul Charge, regenerates it all. Cyber Dragon player's like, lovely. This is the world we live in. I think a lot of people kind of discount Soul Charge just for the card because it's like, oh, you have to draw it. But that doesn't mean that the power is any less there. If anything, having Soul Charge in the game is a mistake. I mean, sure, it's one of those cards that risk versus reward. You're playing it, you can dead draw it, but I don't know. I think the card is ridiculous for what it is. Last card is Trickstar Licorice, and I can already hear every Trickster player already yelling at me here. Here's the thing. Even if you hit Reincarnation, the deck still functions. The thing that makes the deck inherently broken is you can special summon multiple copies of Licorice, which it just has that effect, by the way. I think it's the part that made it ridiculous, is you can just reveal 1, reveal 2, reveal 3, bounce back the same card. They didn't... Had they made a ruling that they can't bounce back the same card, I think this card would have been a little bit more fair. But when you're creating scenarios where you can just kill your opponent because you have 2 Reincarnations with 3 Licorice, that seems a little bit unfair. Just even putting Licorice to 1, I feel like sometimes the card can be a little bit unfair in what it does. And you've definitely seen with the way that they've started to design up-and-coming support for Trickstars that they've gone further away from the original means that they were going with the deck. So just get this... Honestly, you can leave 3 Reincarnation. I think it would be cute to see people search for Kadena, you know, search for reincarnation. I've seen some really cool OCG stuff where they're citing like Cadenas with reincarnations, sure, but just get rid of Licorice. No more. Like, I can't believe like the amount of times it's like attack. Oh, special summon Licorice. So that one's my personal grudge for this video, but I fucking hate Licorice. So honestly, these are 5 cards that I think can just be removed from the game at this point. There would be no real repercussions to removing them from the field of play. And I think a lot of the player base would be so much happier seeing these cards gone, especially fucking Firewall and Summon Sorceress. Like, they're just cards that promote degenerateness in the long run, so just take care of them while we have the chance. You know, don't let my opinion fall on deaf ears. You know, the game's got a lot going for it, and I think having things especially like Firewall Dragon exist, it's not fair to the games. Guys, do you agree with my opinion? Do you disagree with my opinion? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'm out, guys. Peace. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.